way to light. And there, in the heart of the sunrise, a rooster crowing cup of joe with Poe. It's not just coffee, it's a ritual. A moment to savor. A gentle nudge to seize the day. With every sip, feel the warmth of the sun and the promise of a fresh start. Because a great day begins with a great cup. Wake up with Poe, and let the sunrise work its magic.
Good morning or afternoon, whatever it may be, wherever you are. Today we're going to be discussing giving answers. Now, when dealing with people, giving answers is quite important depending on where you want the conversation to go. If someone is looking to you for, give me a moment, I'm going to find, I wasn't really prepared. We had torrential rainstorms last night again. There we go, that's where you'll be at for the moment. So when giving these answers to loved ones and stuff, sometimes they say the truth hurts. Well, you don't want to just maliciously hurt people. There's no reason for that. It's better to hold your tongue in some circumstances. I find myself doing this a lot because I'm someone that doesn't like to hold their tongue. So it gets difficult for me. I've acquired this skill over just recent time after this whole enlightening experience here in Hawaii. So death is something I don't really like to discuss too much, but I understand it very well. The whole cycle of life, the whole Kuma Matata and all that, right? Well, once you reach a certain age, I hope that you will get in your mind to live the rest of your life the way you want to, on life's terms, obviously, but and pro-socially and take care of yourself so you can get some longevity out of this earthly shell that we have here. So before we make that celestial journey to the beyond and unknown through whatever means that may be, get what you want out of this. Enjoy this, but don't let others get in your way to the point where the answers you're giving them aren't good enough. You don't have to explain yourself to anyone. This is more geared toward just not hurting people's feelings when you give some sort of explanation, if you can avoid that. I have obviously I get a little tongue-tied here because I want to articulate myself properly. I get frustrated easily. I don't like to call it a temper anymore because I'm well-tempered. But I lose patience. I do. I want to just go off all the time, and just, I think it comes with age and just some frustration, you know, when people don't see the things that you see. I feel sometimes almost like people they have selective seeing. They see what they want to see. Like somehow they can look outside and it'll be sunny and to them it's dark. I know it sounds really absurd there, but if you look at society and how people have been so catered to recently, where you can't hurt their feelings because of the answers you give. If somebody asks me, I'm going to give them the truth. I really live by the truth now. I love the truth. The truth is vindicating. The truth shall set you free, truly. But when giving the truth, there's a more delicate approach sometimes. You have to remember, not everyone has been enlightened or awakened in any way. They might still be on autopilot. Oh, some of the worst things I feel I've done of recently is some older people that I had some discussions with. I shattered their perception of spirituality. You know, your connection with the universe and everything around you, and you know, kind of like it can be given in so many different circumstances, delivered so many different ways for people to understand it. But basically, the energy that's inside your body when you pass away goes on somewhere. It leaves your body. Now, does it just dissipate off into nothing? Probably not. It just goes wherever it wants to go. That's what people would equate to as the soul and all that stuff. Now, here's giving an answer, okay, about religion and spirituality. I feel they're two different things. Spirituality has been with humans since the beginning because of that connection with the earth and living off the earth and, you know, the whole, like I said, cycle of life. They understood it a little better. Now we have come so far in our narcissist as a people. We are so out of control. Like, I mean, wow. Never ceases to amaze me the shit that humans come up with, when in reality we're just the smartest animal on this planet, and there's so much more out there. But once you start explaining the history of everything, history is doomed to repeat itself, literally. And I mean that on a tangible, not an ideology level. The tectonic plates and just the way everything moves and recreates itself, our journey through the cosmos, our journey through the galaxy, all this stuff that's going on. How many times this has been wiped away and remade. Okay, so we just are really insignificant here. And that's hard for people to wrap their minds around. But within your circle, within what you purvey with your two eyeballs and what you can feel, and I learned last night there's way more than 5 senses. I knew something might have been up with that. There's way more than 5 senses. I mean, how can you even sense the temperature outside? That's a temperate feeling. That's a whole nother sense. Like, and the ability to walk upright, all these different things. See, I'm constantly learning and evolving as I go. So when I give answers, I try to give them from a scientific point of view, from a tangible point of view. Really, truly. I don't want to hurt nobody's feelings. I don't want to, and you can call things opinions, and some things you have to call facts. 2 and 2 definitely is 4, always will be. Now, you might have somebody that'll come along with some crazy math shit to try to fuck with people's heads or whatever, but that's the root of it. 2 plus 2 is 4. Okay, so you know, there's a whole planet out here full of shit to go look at and see. Get off the damn phone. I keep telling you guys that, but thank you for tuning in. That is the most important thing, because I'm trying to reach more here. So if you like this kind of content, you want to know more about picking someone's brain. Now, currently living here in Hawaii next to the beach, have been for many months, doing this all just right here through this phone and the little bit of equipment we have here, and the few sponsors we have that come through. But more importantly, we need a bigger subscriber count. So please subscribe, hit the notify button, and then on to our sponsor. If you get a chance, Inhale More. I keep telling you guys about that. Google it when you get your product and it's in the cart. Put in the promo code Cup of Joe with Poe, get you 15% off. I would love for you to get your 15% off, believe me. So we'll be leaving here pretty soon and going back to the mainland. We'll continue Cup of Joe with Poe. I think production's just going to get better. Obviously, this isn't the best production, but I've seen worse. We don't need fancy banners running across the bottom. We don't need little screens everywhere with 30 people all yelling at once. We don't need any of that on Cup of Joe or Poe. All we need is just a footprint, just somebody to listen. Do you know who Jordan Peterson is? If you do not, I highly recommend listening to him. He's a motivational speaker and he's grounded in reality. Love the way that his way of seeing things and explaining them. He's helped me come a long way. I mean, a very long way. Highly recommend his content. Love Joe Rogan, stuff like that. Very political. As you can see, we got the 1776 tattooed up here on the dome. And what's inside the dome? The brain. And I tell me what to do. Remember that. You choose to do the things you do. There is no I have to. There isn't. The only things you have to do is live and die. Self-preservation is the most important thing, though. And not neglecting your body. What we put in it is what we get out. So, when you're giving out input, when you're giving someone some sort of answer, whatever it may be, if it's whatever the question may be, please take the time to assess what you're going to say to them. It takes milliseconds, like nanoseconds, to really process this. Don't sell ourselves short. We make these phones, we make AI, we make all that stuff, so we are smarter than it. Don't forget that. You are smarter than AI. AI doesn't exist without you. So inside here is something even more powerful than AI. It's called an imagination. And you can make that imagination things come to reality. Just like space flight and all this other stuff that was just thought up and turned into reality. Okay, but you got to draw the line somewhere. You're not going to sprout wings out your back and fly away. With that being said, we're going to fly away. Weather's still looking kind of gloomy, but either way, we got to get out here, make our footprint, literally, not just digitally, in the sand. So we'll see you out there. Let's go.